Me and my mom. On this Mother's Day, I have the great privilege of introducing you to one of the most amazing women I know, my mom. By following her own passion, she's taught me some really important lessons about becoming the woman I want to be. And as some of the women in my family gathered for a visit, we had a chance to reflect on the deeper meaning of family and of motherhood. When I think of my mother, this is how I picture her. Covered in paint, in her studio, lost in her work.
I wanted to paint since I was 3 years old. That's all I've ever wanted to do, is be an artist.
It was a dream she put on hold, like so many women have, to dedicate herself to raising her kids.
Honestly, being from the South, didn't know I had other options. And as soon as my youngest, got to school age, I said, it's my turn. And I stopped everything and started painting, and haven't taken a breath yet.
When we come home to visit, it's the first thing we want to do. Go to the studio to check out her latest work.
The inspiration? Schools of Fish.
Her paintings aren't all easy. They are bold, sometimes controversial, and frankly, big.
I'm wondering which one of you all want this. It's 10 feet by 18 feet.
It will work. I am perfectly in my house.
I was going to say no. She has even managed to find a way to keep my 5-year-old niece occupied so she can keep working when we all come to visit.
Don't do it on my canvas. I'm watching you.
Just about 2 miles from her studio is our sanctuary.
This is home. We come from all over the country to be here as often as we can.
It's heaven for me. It's calm, it's peaceful.
Right over there? We are just outside of Pensacola, Florida, here for a girls' getaway, an early Mother's Day celebration. 4 generations. My grandmother, my mom, my sister, and her daughter.
What do you think? I think we're going to put him back in the water.
No, I think we're going to keep him.
I think we should set him free.
Yeah, me too.
As peaceful and beautiful as it is here today, it was a very different place just a few years ago.
In some places, you can kind of see the water line.
In 2004, Hurricane Ivan blew through. I came home the day after the storm to see the damage.
So these stairs weren't here before, and my brother and stepfather actually put them on today so that we could get into the house.
They had a window.
The entire ground floor was washed away, and most of the upstairs had to be gutted due to water damage and mold.
The second day, my whole family was here. We didn't even call them. They were here with shovels and generators and food and water, and we all camped out on the floor of this house that was literally falling down around our ears. But, it was wonderful.
With the house restored and things pretty much back to normal, life here once again revolves around playtime and family.
It's a feeling when you see these grandchildren that I never felt with my children. That first grandchild is a feeling that is nothing like it.
And passing on the lessons of motherhood from one generation to the next.
The greatest joy that I've experienced as a mother is seeing my daughter become a mother and watch her with her child.
When Baylor was first born and my mother came to stay with me, she was there for about 3 weeks, and then it was time for her to go home, and I just started crying at the door and said, please don't leave me. She's been the first call that I've made at every point to say, here's the challenge of the day, the challenge of the week, and give me some insight. I watch Baylor, and she is bold. She's so courageous and so fearless, even at that age. I know where it comes from. I know it's the same thing that I felt, that I was given by my mother, that sense of security, said that you weren't afraid to go out and be a little bit of a risk taker. I think it's so easy to take these relationships for granted. And, Mother's Day is the best possible moment in the world to take a minute and pause and pick up the phone and call your mom and call your grandmother and call your sister and celebrate this moment and the precious gift, the love that they've given us, to really make it a meaningful day.
I'm so homesick. I just have to say, my one sister, Meredith, wasn't able to be with us to shoot this because she's off planning her wedding right now.
It was beautiful. It makes you realize that really every day is Mother's Day.
I know.
And it's such a huge imprint.
Appreciate that.
Can I just say one other thing?
What?
You and your sister look so much alike.
We get that a lot.
We cut from the one shot to you. I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Actually, our producer Amy said that next time I want to take a vacation, we could just send my sister up to do the show with you, and no one would really know I was gone.
It works. Anyway, it was beautiful. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Really
a good thing to do this weekend. We'll be right back, but first these messages.